What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Talk That Talk with Meesh and Jay. I'm Meesh, and to the left of me is my bro, Jay.
What up, though?
All right. Hey, we are on episode 31, y'all. 31, we done crossed the threshold. First off, before I get into my spiel, I would like to thank the new subscribers that we have just attained. Thank you so much. We are so appreciative of it. Remember, all right, you coming in with us for the first time, please take the time to subscribe to our channel. If you don't like a topic that we're doing right now or in the past, there will be more. We dish on trending topics, thought-provoking dialogue on anything that is trending, y'all. So you may not like a topic one day, but there'll be another topic another day. So please like, comment, and subscribe if you're new here. And if you're true here, come in with your smokes, come in with your drinks. And also, like, comment, and subscribe. But your ass should already be subscribed. So take the time to do that. All right?
And for you nosy people, we do talk about our little private stuff from here and there.
That's right.
Yeah, some of y'all want to be nosy and be all feeling in, we ain't gonna give y'all everything, but
Exactly.
keeping y'all human, keep making us look human.
Exactly.
And I'm gonna dish on some sports stuff from time to time also. So
That's right.
Keep a lookout on. Keep watching us. We gonna give y'all some proper etiquette type news.
For sure. All right, and look, we're trying to get over 100 subscribers. So the few subscribers that we did get, thank you so much. Over 100 subscribers, y'all. So please take the time to subscribe to the channel. I'm telling you, it will be worth your time. Okay?
Most definitely.
All right. What's going on, bro?
Man, look, you know what? I couldn't even remember what I did this weekend.
Yeah.
But I did have a full day on Saturday. You know what I mean? Got out, got the car washed. I went to a little cookout earlier in the day. I had a little gender reveal, which is cool because they used I don't know what kind of dog that was. I want to say it was a pit. But anyway, they colored their dog. To show what the reveal there.
Oh, they colored the dog.
Yeah, I don't know what they put on the dog.
Hey, yo, people be having some interest.
Yeah, that was different, and that was nice. That was a nice gender reveal.
Yeah.
And then me and the boys had poker night, which is pretty cool. Which we do.
Right.
But that was about it. Sunday ain't do too much, man. So I was like, damn, what the hell I do this weekend? Because the weekend kind of went past. That's I'm at work. And
weekends be flying.
Yeah, my mind just went to work, and it's like I'm at work mode.
Yeah,
Meetings. That's all I had today. Meetings.
That's right.
But anyway, a lot went on. One thing I wanted to talk about that happened over the weekend that, well, no, it might have happened last week. I'm not sure what day. It might have been Thursday, Wednesday, one of them days last week. The Commanders, a.k.a. Redskins, finally have a new owner.
Wow.
We finally got rid of that fool, Daniel Snyder.
Congrats, Commanders, because I know y'all was been struggling.
Oh, my God. Snyder has dragged the Skins, and I'm calling them the Skins because I'm from the DMV. I can do that.
Right.
They still the Skins.
That's right.
Dragged them since 1999.
He stayed with
He was atrocious. FedEx Field is atrocious.
Yeah.
The culture was atrocious. He treated them. We ain't got no cheerleaders because of him. Because he was filming cheerleaders with their titties out and sending it around the league.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. Sending it to his boys, his owner boys, his coach's boys.
Oh, he was a creep.
Yeah.
He was a creepy ass nigga.
And then got nerve to get rid of him. And like that's their fault.
Right.
You know what I mean? Had to. So now we got a new owner, Josh Harris. Pretty good owner. He currently owned the 76ers. He owned an NHL team, which I forgot which team, some Philly team, because I don't follow hockey like that.
Okay.
So he turned around the Sixers, which is pretty good.
Right.
And then also, which I love, is the co-owner, Magic Johnson, is now with us. Oh. Magic Johnson, black.
That's right.
And he's a winner.
And he is a winner.
He bring titles wherever he go, wherever it's the Lakers. He took over the LA Dodgers.
So you feel that he gonna be able to turn this thing around?
He's gonna turn it around. He's gonna turn it around.
Okay, all right.
He's gonna turn it around.
Trying to believe it.
But see, you gotta understand, it's not gonna happen this year.
Oh, of course not. They need time.
It's gonna take time, and I'm thinking with a 5-year span, they should be in the deep playoffs.
Correct.
Looking like they knocking on the door.
Right.
You know what I mean? But Magic Johnson turned the Dodgers around, the baseball team. They was trash.
Yeah.
He owned them. Next you know, they won a title.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Lakers, he won plenty of titles with them. Player and owner. So, hey, you need somebody outside of the white man, because that's what Josh Harris is, the white man with money.
Right.
Okay, what did he really know about football? You own basketball, you own hockey. You ain't you don't know everything about the sport. You can't know everything about basketball if you owning a hockey team too.
Right.
And then you trying to own a football team. What do you know? So you need somebody that knows sports.
Who's the expertise
That's
in
right.
that exact
That's right.
in that sport.
They got another guy too that's part owner named Rouse or Rails. I guess him and Josh Harris are buddies. They're from the area.
Yeah.
Like I think Mo County area. They grew up, both of them, and they just rich as hell, billionaires. And they grew up best friends, and now both of them partners and own the team along with Magic Johnson. So I think all the fans is happy. I'm happy. I'm just glad that they got rid of that damn Daniel Snyder. Now we just got to get rid of the culture, because the culture is just bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Especially the stuff with the girls, the cheerleaders,
Right.
and then they was treating the employees, the Redskin employees, treating them like trash. Treating them like straight trash.
Oh, that was coming out.
Yeah, everything is coming out.
Yeah.
Daniel Snyder being sued for this. He's being sued for that.
Yeah.
FedEx Field up here in Landover. Trifling is a bad experience. Parking is terrible.
Wow.
The food is too high.
Oh,
the
yeah,
beer is
for sure.
high. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The experiences suck. That's why there's nobody in there. It's more Cowboy fans in there than Redskin fans.
Redskin, yeah.
More Giant fans than Redskin fans. More whoever come in town is more their fans
And
than our
that's because
fans.
they think they team gonna win. They like, well, shit, they ain't. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
exactly.
So they like, it's worth going.
Exactly.
If we gonna see our team win.
So the fans fought
Yeah.
with Snyder to get out of there. It happened. Everybody's ecstatic. Now they're working on trying to, from what I hear, the Commander name probably won't be the name no more. I mean, maybe this year will be, but after this year, they're going to look into changing the name back.
Right.
Because I think, for me, if you pay $6 billion for a team, you got a right to come in and do what you want with your team.
That's right.
And that name, from what I heard, really, we don't even have the rights to the Commander name. That's what I heard and read.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So
No,
they got to
no
change it
way.
anyway.
Oh, I
Somebody
see.
else really owned the rights to it. I may be wrong. I may be wrong. But they got to change the name. And I want them to change. Commanders is stupid. Everybody knows it's
So are
dumb.
they really gonna change the name?
That's the talks. That's later.
That's
That's
what they're
later.
saying.
After
Later
they
on
get
they
everything together, they're gonna
That's
change the name.
interesting.
They're gonna change the name again.
Okay.
So they went from the Redskins to Washington football team, which I really was feeling the Washington football team,
Yeah.
to the Commanders, which everybody hates.
Yeah.
And then they still talking about red hogs.
Oh, something like that.
Something
Trying
like
to keep it
that.
with
You know,
red
but we'll
theme.
see. We'll see. But
Yeah.
anyway, congratulations. I'm rooting for you. Magic Johnson, Josh Harris, I'm glad you're here. Let's ride.
All right.
The other next topic is we're going to send out prayers to Brony James, LeBron James' son. He had cardiac arrest at a USC practice.
Oh man.
Man, that hurt a lot because he's like big time he's like the top, want to say top 20 or top 50 college.
Right.
You know what I mean? Guys that's, going to go through there, go to the NBA. And he had cardiac arrest. He's out of ICU, said he's stable, he's doing fine. But who knows? I mean, hopefully it didn't hurt his career.
Hopefully, right.
Because I know LeBron wanted to play with him.
Right.
That's definitely was a
And
sad
hopefully
moment.
he recovers well.
Because cardiac arrest doesn't mean you had a heart attack.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, who knows? And he's young, so he can recover. Just like the other guy that we talked about that played for the Bills. He had a cardiac arrest on the field.
Right.
I think we mentioned that way
Yeah.
back in our podcast.
God, I forgot the D.
Yeah.
Name start with a D, right?
Yeah.
His name start with a D. Damar Hamlin.
Damar Hamlin.
That's right.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
actually going to come back and play this year.
Okay.
So he's recovered.
Yeah.
He's practicing.
Good.
And he's going to play this year.
I'm glad to hear that. Getting back on his feet.
Exactly. So I'm happy about that.
That's
Prayers
right.
for that.
Prayers up.
And then prayers for Brony James that, hey, there is hope. that he can get through this and be able to play next year if he gets through. And I know it hurt LeBron to death. So,
Yeah, I know, man. Seeing your kid down bad like that, in the hospital, that's tough. It's not an easy thing to do, for real. So that's about it from the sporting news and me, and we're gonna kick it to. Hey, we gonna kick it too. Hey, I just want to slide in what I've been up to, y'all. Look, I ain't been up to nothing that deep. Of course, my weekend was real chill. I'm glad it was. Me and my lady went, her father had passed away in January, so it was his birthday. So we went to go see his niche and stuff and, just chilled there and hung out. And then we went to the mall and, did what they usually would have done if he was, living today. So, of course, rest in peace, Gene. And after that night, I came home and I watched Hoochie Daddies. Now, for all my LGBT people, I don't know how many of y'all check out this podcast or watches it, studs, whatever. But Hoochie Daddies is the show. It's about 8 masculine women who are put in one house in Jacksonville, Florida, fighting for top Hoochie Daddy in competitions.
Crazy.
Yeah, 10 episodes.
Let me tell you, sis sent me this thing, and I'm telling them, and I looked at my phone, and hit play, and I just seen 2 broads, which I didn't make out the other one as a broad. I saw the one, and I was just like, what the hell is this? They boxing?
They was boxing. It was a competition.
And what I text back to you?
You was like, what is this? Yes.
Hoochie Daddy.
He ain't know what the hell that was. But Hoochie Daddy season 1, and yes, a lot of them are dancers. They look buff. They got muscles. And yeah, they was boxing it. They was duking it out. Them 2 really wanted to duke it out real bad. So yeah, what y'all saw was the best part.
They was beefing?
Man, they been fighting like a mug in that house for some females.
Yeah.
Just because you a stud, some of these studs are still just as female as a normal regular dressing female.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Still emotions still be high. They still be wanting to fight and be catty. Mm-hmm. You know how that go. So, but it was a competition. But prior to the competition, they had already gotten into it.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why all that animosity, because all the other ones in the house, they was more. A lot of them had to do it. They wasn't acting like that.
I got
you know what I'm saying? No, they was getting it in.
So it's a reality show.
So
what's the it's just a reality show. It's not a contest or nothing.
It is a contest.
So they win something at the end, or they get kicked off the show. Is it what?
No, they don't get kicked off. They win. So it's like at the end, everybody stays on the show all the way to the end. Mm-hmm. You get through every competition and you win points.
Okay.
So whoever gets the most points at the end gets top Hoochie Daddy. You get a trip to Jamaica and a chain, which I feel like, to be honest with you, womp womp. Anybody could take their own ass to Jamaica, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? But I guess it's the bragging rights. A lot of these reality shows, with reality shows, these people don't get paid like that.
That's true.
So I think that,
unless you one of them top dog.
Right, really. Unless you a top dog.
One of them top housewives.
There you go, and you doing a reality show on mainstream TV on one of those channels.
Right.
But outside of doing a show like that, it's on Tubi, y'all. That's for free. They ain't getting paid. You know what I'm saying? They put that on there. They like, look, whoever watch it, y'all got notoriety. Y'all, because if you end up on that TV, nowadays how it go, you become a celebrity.
That's right.
So it's kind of like they trying to get their face out there, really. So I feel like that's just what that's about, and that's what that's for. Mm-hmm. All right, so that's what I was doing. That's what I was into. I watched all the way up until episode 9. I didn't see who won the season yet, so don't ask me. But it's on Tubi, so anybody interested in watching Hoochie Daddies, just go in there, check it out, put in H-O, and I'm telling you, Big Hoochie Daddies is going to show up. It's fire. Check out the intro, too. It's fire. All right, so outside of that, my part is done. So I guess I'm going to get into this whole fiasco with Jamie Foxx. Of course, he's out the hospital. He's looking healthy and everything. But people are very suspicious.
Looking healthy.
Isn't that suspicious?
Are you sure?
I mean, I don't think... I think he's looking healthier than he would have looked from what it sounded like. They were saying this man was paralyzed and blind in the hospital.
I just think
he came out unparalyzed and unblind.
Yeah.
But looking a little odd, I should say. He's looking odd.
I think he's very dehydrated. He looked like something.
But that's what the hospital's supposed to do.
Like the soul snatched out of his body or something.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
The hospital is supposed to hydrate you.
Yeah.
But he came out, y'all, and I'm just to keep it 100. He looking light skinned. His freckles is showing a little more than they usually would. His chin is looking longer, and his head is looking a little bit more oval.
Little light bulbish.
Yeah, the shape is of his head.
Light bulb style.
Yeah, light bulb style, right?
Uh-huh.
So, I mean, here's the thing. Though the rumor is, allegedly, Jamie Foxx has been cloned. That is the rumor, right? Allegedly. I can't confirm or deny. So I can't sit here and be like, yeah, that nigga clone, da-da-da-da-da. But what I can say is, I think about people like Gucci Mane, the old Gucci Mane. He took a long stint in jail.
My boy brought that up today about Gucci Mane.
Yeah, the long stint in jail.
Did he come out looking different,
and
way
intelligent.
Different. Yeah, intelligent, whole different guy.
The other Gucci Mane was damn near
but I mean, people
on
make
his own spit.
Now people make changes in jail now. People do make changes in jail. They read, they come out.
They do.
Allah,
That's
all this
true.
old
They
stuff
join,
like that.
You right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They've been reading, changing their life over to God and all that stuff. And they talking to all this, you know what I mean?
Or they Muslim, because a lot of them join the Muslim for protection.
Yeah, the nation.
Yeah, the nation and stuff.
I mean, it could happen.
So, yeah.
They working out.
Yeah.
Come out, you know what I mean?
Muscular and looking way better and maybe, but I mean, is they eating better? Because I'm thinking like the way he came out looking and all that, that is of somebody who been eating good.
Yeah, he definitely been eating good. Yeah.
Meaning
he ain't fat. He wasn't fat. He was nice.
Yeah.
Like,
because the other one, he was pumped full of drugs and alcohol and all type of. Then he went in there. Of course, he didn't have that. Oh, he could have, because in prison they do have drugs and alcohol. Mm-hmm. But I don't know, man. Because even Kodak Black, like. Even though as rough as he already looked, he took a long stint in jail too, came out a tad bit different. He take his long stints in. Kanye West, he came out as different versions of him all over the place. We seen a fat muscular Kanye. We got the Jesus Kanye that did the little Jesus album. Kanye got a whole lot of different parts of himself, but I maybe want to blame that because he a Gemini and they just be all over the place doing different things. So maybe that's the case. I can understand the theory of Jamie Foxx. Maybe, people thinking that this is what could have happened to him. But yet again, this is something we allegedly cannot confirm or deny. Okay, just gonna say that.
Hey, he did go on the little video. And he's like,
why we even
I'm not cloned.
Here's my thing. Why we even got to address that if we know we ain't cloned? That would be absurd, right? To address. Why do we feel we got to address? They're like, oh, Jamie, they're all saying you're cloned. Get on there and say you're not. It's kind of like, what respect? If Michael Jackson ain't do it, think about it. Think about Michael Jackson. Let's say that. Everybody believed the dude had vitiligo. He got his little head burnt, his hair burnt, whatever.
Yeah, the Coca-Cola, right? The commercial. Yeah,
but everybody accepted this man as a white version of himself. He wasn't black. He ain't had a jerry curl no more. He had long, pretty, silky hair. He was white. His nose, all the plastic surgeries, boom, boom. He a whole different Michael, and everybody just straight up accepts it. Nobody asks no questions about what the hell happened to black Michael. Everybody just in the white Michael, and that's just what we doing.
Because that's Mike.
Because it's Mike, but nobody questioned it, and he never, but guess what?
Because there wasn't no social media back then either.
Correct.
Yeah, that's why.
But whether he was cloned or not, nobody was going to talk about it. Nobody even thought about that back then. But what if he was, right? He was a total different person. To be honest, when I look at old Mike, and he had a little soft voice. He was different. Yeah. Everybody accepted this completely white mother.
Like I said before, back then, the regular media, right? They controlled at least 90% or 95% of what we thought in the narrative of whatever went on in the 80s
right.
and early 90s.
That's true. They did.
So when we start getting on this computer, guess what? The percentage of the news and the media control went down. Now we got 50% of control. Now you getting regular people getting on this thing, Twitter, whatever it is.
Oh yeah, and putting the
news out there, and then it translates.
Right,
to
then it gets to other people.
Right.
Other people's
so
thoughts.
that's the difference if Mike lived in this time, it's definitely gonna be the same thing.
People like,
but back then we didn't have control. We only listened to whatever we got in the newspaper,
right,
or when we watched the news on TV,
right.
And that's the only control, like MTV, BET, stuff like that.
Right.
They had control. Correct. We didn't.
Right.
You know.
Okay, and you're absolutely right. And but the media is definitely probably controlled by somebody that's below, that is attached to these media. It's the same way, but it's rampant. The internet, you can get any information you want. 9 times out of 10. I'm not gonna say I don't know. I don't know all the information in the world, so I can't say what information we can get, what we can't. But it's just suspicious, is what I'm saying, in regards to the way Jamie Foxx looks now compared to his previous features. If you really truly look at it and do a comparison or whatever. Okay, now it brings me to my next thing. Jamie Foxx just recently did a movie that is on Netflix called They Cloned Tyrone. Oh, man, y'all. It's a good movie. Yeah. It's a good movie. I watched it twice, and it was so many gems dropped in this movie, it wasn't even funny. So many gems. But I'm going to let you, bro. What did you get out of They Cloned Tyrone?
This is the thing. I watched it yesterday. But again, you watched it twice. I need to watch it again. Because a lot of things probably did, and I will admit, went over my head.
Right.
But I enjoyed the movie. I enjoyed the actors that was in the movie.
Correct.
It was a little long for my taste.
Yeah.
But I guess they had to get everything in.
Yeah.
All the sidebars.
Because they had a lot.
All the sidebars, all the bunnies.
Yeah.
All the Easter eggs. They had to slide it in.
They was packing a lot into this one movie. And I'm just going to tell you, like, I mean, just for a brief overview for anyone who haven't, and I don't want to be a spoiler.
Like this. If you ain't watched it, just pause us, go watch it, come back.
Right.
Because we got to talk about what we got to talk about.
That's right. We got
So pause us, go to Netflix, watch, then come back.
Yes. And make sure you come back.
And come back.
Because, So we going to do some explaining here.
Right. But for those who have already watched it, stay right with us and chime in with us.
All right? So, look. This movie is based in a hood called the Glen. There's no particular state. It doesn't say, but I do know.
Look like L.A. to me.
No, L.A. is later in the movie.
No, okay.
You see him later in the movie at the end in L.A. Well, he's waking up and you see he got the L.A. looking outfit from the West Coast. So clearly that wasn't L.A. in the beginning of the movie. That was somewhere else, but they don't specify. But it's a hood. Yeah, I know the hood. Popeyes, Chick-fil-A's, McDonald's, all those places, right? Where
and they just started putting Chick-fil-A's in hoods. They just
started putting those there, right? So basically, this guy, he's a big time drug dealer in his town. Just to try to make it short, he's a drug dealer, and Fontaine, his name is Fontaine, who also I guess he goes by Tyrone as well. I don't, I didn't catch that part. Jamie Foxx comes in that because he's the neighborhood pimp, the biggest pimp in the neighborhood, and he got a hoe named Yo-Yo. So, of course, you see the pimp and Yo-Yo, they at a Motel 6 or some type of motel, whatever. And Fontaine's looking for Jamie Foxx, after hanging out with his little bro and whatever like that, or his neighborhood young child friend or whatever. He rams some dude, hits his legs and whatnot, all because, of course, maybe he owed him some money too. So he's going around basically looking for his money in the beginning of the movie because he's a whole drug dealer. So he runs up on Jamie. Jamie, he cussing out Yo-Yo. Yo-Yo leave the house. He thinking Yo-Yo come back, but it's Fontaine. Fontaine at the door wanting his money. You know what I'm saying? So Fontaine go in there, ransack him a little bit, get his money, roll out, get popped by the dude and his homies who he ran over the other day, right? Or earlier that day, or whatever he did. Dude clearly lived because he was limping out the car after he done popped him, right? So he popped here. Now, the scene moves to the next day where he wake up and he go about his day like nothing happened. He don't end up in the hospital. He ain't in tubes. He ain't praying for his life. He just awoke.
Yeah, just wake up.
Yeah. So
I thought it was he had a bad dream or something.
I thought it was gonna be that too, y'all, but it wasn't that. It wasn't a dream. He literally goes back to Fontaine's house looking for his money again.
Yep.
And Fontaine over here like, yo, What the hell?
Yeah,
This is a ghost?
Yeah.
Yo, he was so surprised, and then he like, yo, he going to go get liquor. He like, look, I need a drink right now because I can't deal with this. So he go over to the get liquor at the bar. He like, yo, you just got 6 bullet holes in you last night. I just seen it. Like we got bigger fish to fry than you want your money right now. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so this is where the story starts, y'all, in regards to them investigating this, because Fontaine actually spots himself. And he kind of figures this himself, but he's kind of far. So I was looking too, but I think it's him. Mm-hmm. He's walking, it's his clone, but his other self somehow is walking in the street, and a black van comes by and boom, swoops him up and takes him. And he sees this. So then when he goes to see Fontaine, of course, he already kind of hip that something's going wrong, but he ain't thinking about that. He said, I'm going to move on. But for some reason, this particular clone, because he was cloned, was very suspicious. Super suspicious. So basically, the pimp, the hoe, and the drug dealer go on a rampage to find out where Fontaine comes from. Mm-hmm. And in this midst, they go down a rabbit hole of things that I would say that the government got going on in the neighborhood, underground, on the low. Nobody know. So to make a long story short, they run down into this lab. They find out go to this house, go down to the lab or whatever. It's an elevator in that joint. A whole elevator in a house that didn't have an elevator before. Somehow they went down in the lab, sees a white guy, a Wahite with a whole afro bush. Man. And he dancing to what? Michael Jackson. Mm-hmm. Michael Jackson song, right? With something that looks like cocaine on a scale. So then he want to know what's going on. So he brought the gun to him. They beat him up a little, rough him up. So then Jamie Foxx and the girl, the hoe, Yo-Yo, they looking around, fucking with the chemistry set stuff.
Put the white shit on his guns.
Then he put the white stuff on his guns. And they start
acting silly.
Yeah, he start acting silly, and he start giggling and all. He like, he start doing shit like that. I'm like, oh, what is going on with this dude? So we find out as the movie goes on that the government has been doing experiments on the Glen, the neighborhood. And so these experiments included cloning. These experiments included putting this substance in the chicken, in the grape juice that they use in the church. Fried chicken, that is. The fried chicken, yes. So this hot box chicken place. Yep. And how we found that out was in the restaurant with the hot box chicken. They were in there just talking over the plan, like, hey, what we gonna do? How we gonna figure this out? We seen this, we seen that. Everybody in the joint just laughing, have it cracking up, and Jamie Foxx just gets, he like, hold up, why is everybody, he's suspicious. He throw the chicken down on the ground, he like, yo, it's the chicken. Mm-hmm. I tasted it, so I know. So he knew because he went down there and tasted it. Yeah. All right?
Hey, sis, you know what this remind me of?
What's that?
Hip-hop chicken.
Yeah.
You ever ate hip-hop chicken?
I have.
It got that white shit on there, and it's only in the hoods now.
Yep, in the hood.
And that shit good, be eating that shit.
And it's obvious.
Yeah.
But what I really want to speak about is how they're putting things in plain sight. Okay? Like, I know the movie is labeled a sci-fi, fantasy, but in reality, it's a lot of, if y'all believe that these movies are really truly now all sci-fi fantasy, all that, come on now. Y'all got to open y'all brain. I don't know what y'all got to do. Maybe stop eating too much fast food or something. Y'all got to realize. I know some of this stuff seem like, oh, it can't be. Why would they do that? Why would that be? Mm-hmm. Art imitates life.
Yeah.
And I feel that, just like the Popeyes chicken sandwich.
Oh, man, they had people running like rats.
I mean, come on.
Lined up for miles for a damn sandwich, chicken sandwich.
If the sandwich was trash, guess what? People wouldn't have been lined up for it. People would not have been lined up for it. And everybody's wondering, why is everybody tripping off this daggone chicken sandwich?
Right.
And it just came out.
In the black community.
In only the black community.
The white people weren't running and tripping all over
no, they weren't.
Waiting in line.
Then people were getting shot. Okay? Okay, over it. So it made sense. And then, okay, let's go to the club scene. You seen the club scene. Soon as they seen Fontaine, because they were downstairs, of course, in another lab. They went and found another lab because they were searching. He seen his clone body in the lab, so he saw his clone. Jamie Foxx saw his clone. All of them saw they other than Yo-Yo, she was a clone down there, but they was clone. In the club, they had the DJ had this button on there that said press for an emergency, and he changed the music to a song that made everybody docile and just under mind control. And he called it mind control music. And then once he cut it on, he was able to still talk to the people and tell them what he wanted them to do. And he told them, and they started chasing Jamie, Yo-Yo, and all them. Like, are you serious?
Right.
That was wild. And I know that sounds dramatic, y'all. And I know y'all think, oh, that's it. But Hypnotized Minds. That reminds me of 3 6 Mafia. Their label was called Hypnotized Minds. Come on now. What are the boys doing today? What are the boys doing today? They out here robbing, thugging, they stealing cars, they murking people. You see what I'm saying? Unaliving people and stuff like that. All in the name because it's the music. Because the music does fuel the prison industry. Because guess what? If y'all don't get these Negroes out here, y'all don't get these niggas out here shooting, killing, and drugging and thugging. Because mind you, the whole point, and I'm just sum it up, the whole point of the fictional place for them to do these experiments there was to figure out how they could create balance and keep balance in the United States. They want to keep the drug dealers going. They want to keep the pimps going. And you know who else are pimps? Pastors. I am sorry. I hate to say it. Unfortunately, I hate to say it. Pastors are pimps too.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm sorry. Anybody be mad, but the government, they don't have to pay no taxes. They don't pay no taxes in the church.
Yeah, I was about to say that. You beat me to it.
Yeah. They don't pay taxes in the church.
Plenty of money.
Plenty money. They pimps too. So just like you got to pimp neighborhood, pimp the hoes, tell them what to do. The pastor got to get up there. He do his ha. And yeah. You know what I'm saying? He do all that. And, hey, the Lord. And read his little verse. And take one verse and make a whole sermon out of it. So he ain't read none of the Bible. So y'all don't even know none of it. And then the crazy part of the church, they drinking this grape juice for communion. They got this white stuff in it. And then they doing back that ass up. You heard that?
I laughed off that, and then I said, "Oh my god!"
And then one of the ladies was really backing it up. I heard the music. I was like, "Oh, so that's how they gonna do up in the church." And I mean, they are trying to experiment with that nowadays too. With merging. Now they're going back to trying to merge the secular music with Christian music because they figure it'll appeal more to the younger crowd.
Get the younger people in it.
But is that really? I mean, that's a whole nother topic.
And like you said, and the women come in there with their scantily clad dresses in the church, thighs showing, ass up high, cleavage.
Yes, all of that. And don't think twice about it because because church is more, if they're more comfortable. And then, okay, so let's add that this white substance that this white guy with the bush, he's a clone too, so they make him the manager everywhere. Now, mind you, why he had to be white? Why he couldn't be black? Yeah. So that's another thing. They had him white.
Try to act black.
With an afro. He had an afro anyway, so he knew who he was. This white substance, I seen it. It said 40%. They were doing an experiment, and it said on the radio in there, 44% of the people responded to it. Extreme laughter, muscle contractions, all of that, y'all. And they also put it in a perm. So check this out, bro, right? They put it in the perm. I know you probably might have heard this part. The girl in the beauty salon here, and she's telling the lady who's doing her perm that, hey, man, I got to buy all my school supplies. I'm a teacher. I got to go buy all the supplies. I'm wasting all my gas to go try to buy supplies and go to school. Like, they're not funding me, paying me nothing. As soon as they put that perm with the white stuff that they put sprinkled in on her hair,
yeah,
she said maybe it's not a big deal.
Right.
She said that after that. So I'm like, so it made her docile. It made her say, you know what, whatever I'm dealing with, it made her just be docile so she wouldn't figure out how to solve her problems. She wouldn't even think about whatever she felt a problem would have been. She's not thinking about it.
Right.
Don't y'all find that suspicious? I'm just saying, even I know it's a fictional story, but it's just suspicious. Why do you think in the neighborhoods is liquor stores everywhere? Churches everywhere. Fast food everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same stuff. Every hood you go to, not nothing different.
Yeah, carry out chicken places.
Carry outs everywhere. Yeah. They ain't nowhere else. You ain't see no carry out over in. I don't see no carry out in Arlington, Virginia.
Nah, not in Reston and
No
Vienna.
all them. Yeah, they ain't gonna eat it.
All the good. No.
They're not eating it.
Not in the white areas. Not in the high income areas. No, you can
not in no high income and areas where they know is populated with a different demographic than black folk. Okay.
If you think about it, I don't even think I see a curry out in Georgetown. It's just regular restaurants.
Regular restaurant. And if it is, it's a Chinese restaurant,
it's
not
a
carry out.
Yeah, not a carry out.
It's a whole restaurant that you can get Chinese food from.
And sit down and eat.
You can get Thai food from. Yeah. You can say, right? But we don't have that. We have carry out. Carry out.
Salt, pepper, ketchup.
Salt, pepper, ketchup, fried wing, mumbo sauce. You know what I'm saying? That's what we get. And then you wonder what's in all this. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean...
It's a line. Because you think about D.C., once you get northeast side over here, it's all that. When you start across that northwest, going down like 7th, 8th Street by the Capital One Center, all the way down to Georgetown, you get none of that.
That's right.
You get none. You get all the good restaurants, high price restaurants that you go to.
That's
stuff
right.
I can't even don't even want to spend on.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
But that's what brings me to think that I'm like, I can see now why, like, if you think about it, why a lot of people like fight truth off so hard, or when you try to tell them certain stuff. But I think it's just because there is things that fight against that. A lot of people's minds aren't pure, because if you think about it, that could really truly be happening. I'm not saying it is, but we all know constantly eating fast food ain't good for you.
Yeah.
So it's easy for them. It's a public thing. It's easy for them to do. They had these black jacket people roll up in wherever they go, to the church. They went back to back to the church, to the strip club. I don't know what they had in the strip club what they had to bring there. But they went to these different places, the church, the strip club, and the hot box chicken place, and dropped off these items that had this specific white substance inside. And it made everybody just docile and controlled. The club, they was controlled even there. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to watch the movie to see. Watch it not just once, but twice. There's so many...
I'm definitely going to watch it again.
Yeah, so many gems was dropped in it in regards to, like, life and art in the hood. I'm telling you, if you don't live in the hood, you probably wouldn't relate. But if you live in the hood all your life, you'll see. And, check for that old man. The old man in front of the liquor store, bro. The first thing he said, he the one who was hipping them about everything.
Yeah, hipping them about, he knows.
He knew everything. But yeah, everybody would call him crazy because he's just saying whatever. But really, if you listen to the riddles, he's making sense. The stuff that he's saying. He's just not saying it blatant.
Yeah. Okay,
so I would think that this movie is probably also so much responsible for the reason why people think they cloned Tyrone. Okay? Why people think they clone your boy Jamie. Because they figure in movies like this, when there's so much information being thrown out there, and I mean, it's so much more to the movie, y'all. I'm just telling y'all, like, the experiments and stuff. I see MK Ultra.
There was a lot to that.
It was with music. It was so much in them. Like, even with the music, like, they had 2 black people in the dungeon fighting. They was kids, younger ones. They was fighting. Then next thing you know, they changed the music, and then all of a sudden they wanted to hug each other.
Yeah.
Like, that's creepy, y'all. It was so creepy. So please watch They Cloned Tyrone on Netflix. I'm telling you, y'all you gonna be amazed. Just check it out. It's definitely a movie to check out or whatever. But I think that's the reason why a lot of people are like, oh yeah, you know, they done got Jamie. You know what I'm saying? That they like, cause he was cloned in there. You don't see a bunch of clones of him, but you see one clone of him, and he don't even know he cloned until he get down there and be suspicious with the dude. And then he find out he cloned, he ain't even know it.
Yeah, he ain't know it.
He ain't know it whole time. You know what I'm saying? And you can see a lot of them, they operate like they was their regular self. He didn't know. Yeah. They don't know. They think, oh, I'm what? I'm not a clone. I'm me. But in reality, you ain't you.
You ain't you. Yeah.
And how many people is it that might be? You feel me? That's just in reality. Like that, we keeping it funky. Keeping it funky here. Man. I don't know, man.
I know when I turned on Instagram that day, and I saw Jamie because I follow him, and I said, let me hear what he got to say, and I'm looking at him, and I'm not thinking about clone. My mind be elsewhere. I think, but I did look at him like, damn, he look funny, man.
Is that right? He ain't
look
looking
funny. So I'm looking at him, listening to him. Like, damn, what the hell's? I know he was sick, but oh well, okay, whatever.
I know, right?
And then that's when I started to hear the joint.
Yeah.
Then starting to see I guess they was posting the one picture of him.
Yep.
And then the picture of him giving this little speech. And then I'm looking at him like, dang, that's two totally different minds.
Two totally.
But my thing is, and I'm playing devil's advocate.
Right.
If you're a clone is supposed to be a twin of you, not somebody look different.
Nope.
You get what I'm saying?
And I was just talking to Mommy about that the other day. I told Mommy, I said, look, here's the thing. Even if you're a real twin, an identical twin, y'all, y'all going to have something different.
Yeah, something different.
There's no way you can be cloned. If you are God's image, let's say you God's image, there's no way somebody going to make a man-made, complete, exact image of you and it be the same.
Yeah.
Not going to work. I already know it's not possible, and that's the reason why they're able to. That's why they have to make you different. Why you like, yet again, now I'm talking about Michael now. Even though people don't think Michael Jackson was cloned, but let's talk about it. Black Michael, white Michael. Let's compare. Y'all ain't that suspicious? Y'all really think people just do that? People don't just do that. You ain't seen nobody else do it.
Well, yeah.
Who else did it?
Well, Black Michael was young though.
He was young, but
the white Michael was kind of like a little older.
But who doing that? Who else did it? Who else did it?
What, change their look?
Who else completely turned white? Who else? How was that even possible? And who else? Because that's my thing, is that I already know people just simply accepted that this man looked totally different. It just one day he woke up and he was just white and nobody made a hoopla tobacco over it, nothing. Everybody was just like, oh my God, he's still just his favorite. Everybody's still good.
Was Prince always Prince?
Yes, Prince was always Prince.
Okay.
He always was just as feminine and cute. You know what I'm saying? And he had not changed. Prince was always Prince. He ain't changed a thing.
So no clone Prince.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Nope. And he was Jehovah's Witness.
But he did die though.
He did. No, they got his ass.
You know
but
what I
that's
mean?
because he was speaking out on some shit. They got him.
Now, how you know they didn't clone him after his death?
Man, they could have.
That's an early death.
They could have. They really could have. They could have. And nobody paid attention to him once he got older, though. Once he got older, then nobody cared.
What about Fat Luther, Skinny Luther?
Oh, I don't know. Fat, skinny Luther. Hey,
because people be mentioning they always say, hey, Fat Luther, Skinny Luther. They always said that.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. Okay. How about that?
Well, okay. They may have really cloned them. But what I'm saying is that Michael's look was totally different from his actual look. And they ain't even allow this man to even get black. But they
actually, I mean, yeah, that's true. But what about the Bama? Didn't they lock the Bama up that was doing all these surgeries? Or no, that's the dude that was giving them the drugs or the pills.
Right, that was the propofol dude.
Okay,
that was the medications he was on. But they say but that was on him. He was the one addicted to the drugs and stuff. Mm-hmm. But they was gonna get him. He was speaking out against Sony and Tommy Mottola and all that. It was a whole thing with that story. Mm-hmm. And I think he said that they was after him. Michael said it himself. He said it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But either way, to wrap this up, because I definitely have a heavy story that I do want to try to get in here. Y'all, it's creepy. It's getting sneaky, but I just want y'all to say this. I want y'all to understand this. Hey, I know people want to say, oh, conspiracy theory, blah, blah, blah. I'm just going to tell y'all that the conspiracy theory term only came out so that people would be programmed to think that as soon as you try to expose something or say something about something in particular, they automatically look at you as a crazy. It does not make you crazy because you know something or you looked into something, have researched something. Most people who people consider conspiracy theorists have researched for years upon years upon years in what they know. Believe me, they once were you. They once were you who didn't believe a motherfucking thing until they spent years looking into this stuff. See, now if you try to come out of that bubble nowadays, you can't, because they've taken everything on that was online and they've removed it. So you would have had to go to DuckDuckGo or something to find out the truth, and even now you can't do that now. Yeah. They've literally changed free speech. They've changed a lot. So you can't go on there and find all this information like people knew. So you would have had to been studying this stuff back in the early 2000s, like starting 2000, 2005, 2010, like, you know what I'm saying, in order to understand where we are today, because today you're not going to find half of this stuff. So I do feel sorry for the people who just coming into it. It's going to be a hard road trying to even wake up and understand what's actually happening. But hey, man, they cloned Tyrone.
Yeah.
They cloned Tyrone, you know what I'm saying? And they not only cloning Tyrone, they're experimenting in neighborhoods where they ain't nothing but the African-American demographic, according to this movie, allegedly. And art does imitate life. Art does imitate life, y'all. So don't be a fool. Understand that. That's why people be speaking out and be like, hey, look, release yourself from all this. I know people want to be Christians and all that. Nothing wrong with that. But understand, find out the truth. Instead of, I'm not saying don't go to church, but I'm saying make sure you spending time in that Bible yourself and reading it for yourself and getting your own interpretations for yourself. Don't sit there and just go to church and listen to the pastor pimp you into this so you can give him, don't ask no questions, just give the money. Yeah, right? Because that's what, you get the don't ask no questions, and you really don't ask questions. You go on that Sunday, you be holy for that one day, and then when you roll up out of there, you ain't shit.
Man, let me tell you, real quick, I used to belong to this church. Maybe they still probably got my name up in there. And I stopped going for a while. You know, football season, hey, Jay ain't coming out on no football season Sunday.
Right.
So months done went past, and I get my mail come and said, we noticed you haven't been coming. That's but right. And inside the envelope with that letter of me not, they noticed me not coming, was a tied envelope. You could send your tithe here to this address.
So you was supposed to send your tithe from home.
Yeah, because they noticed I wasn't coming to church.
Oh, absolutely not.
Yeah. I was done after that. I ain't been back to church since.
So you ain't been there, but you still supposed to pay.
Yeah.
Absolutely
They sent it to my house. The tithe envelopes to my house.
Yeah.
They said, hey, we noticed you wasn't here.
Yeah.
And when you ain't been tithe envelopes, and you can send it here at this address.
Get us our money.
Bye-bye.
Get us our money. Because believe me, it's approved what they selling up in there. You just don't know it because you're blind. But there's something being sold. Just saying. And that's why pastors are pimps. Especially the one. Yo, hey, question. Have any of y'all, bro, have you seen this daggone water packet commercial? I don't know if you be watching because, you know, in mom's house, she got TV. Mm-hmm. And this pastor is selling a packet of miracle water, dog.
I think I saw that. I seen it on, not on TV. I think I seen it somewhere like Instagram or Twitter.
Yeah, but it's on TV, and he's selling that joint for like, what? I think it's what, $20 to $40 is one of them for a pack. Not even a whole bottle, dog. It's not a bottle. It's a packet, a small packet, not even like a tissue packet of water. You kidding me, y'all? And people really buying it, talking about something. Oh, it's creating miracles in my life. Y'all sick? Are y'all sick? Something's wrong with y'all. Something's wrong with people if you willing to go. You that desperate. You that desperate that you gonna think you can. You know, you can manifest in your own water.
Yeah.
Just get your bottled water and write blessings, right? Prosperity, right? Good health on that water, and drink it. I promise you, it'll do better than that little packet you was gonna buy for $40 from your boy.
Yeah.
But that's how I know they pimps, y'all. I'm not saying that for no reason. Dude had a whole packet he's selling it for $20 to $40. I don't know. I can't, like I said $20 to $40 because it's in between there. That's a lot of money for something as small as a piece of tissue packet. And you getting water, you getting a sprinkle just enough to wet your throat. Ain't that what y'all used to say?
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? And that's supposed to bring miracles in your life. And they have people faking like they really had a miracle off of that. Please. Okay, we not stupid like that no more. We not stupid. People not dumb like that no more. Okay? I'm gonna need y'all to cut that. But anyway, check out They Cloned Tyrone. Understand, y'all. Stay woke. Niggas creeping. Okay? He wasn't lying. Donald Glover was not lying when he said that. When he said, this is America. These things y'all got to look at. Y'all got to look at that stuff, man. It's people who woke. They trying to slide them seeds in. But you really got to stay woke. Be open. Check it out. Okay? Don't get hoodwinked and swindled. Because it's a possibility. Okay? It's definitely a very big possibility. Yes, y'all. Yes, y'all. And speaking of staying woke, okay, and fake shit, I'm just going to say this. I'm going to speak on this story about Jess Hilarious because Jess Hilarious had come out and she has been under fire by transgendered women. I usually try to call them transformers, trying to avoid saying the name transgenders, but I'm going to say it today because I don't want to be disrespectful to nobody. If I'm going to ask for some respect, I should definitely give them the respect as well that they're asking for, to be called he, she, or she, he, or they, whatever. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know if you heard the story, bro, but Jess Hilarious had responded to a TikToker. I forgot, I don't know the TikToker's name, but I know I peeped it online, and this TikToker was talking about how women have a nerve to be gatekeepers. Women are not gatekeepers of periods and womanhood. You know what I'm saying? We don't own that. That's just what the transgendered woman had spoke. We don't own that, right? And rightfully so. I feel like Jess Hilarious came out and was like, hey, when does the delusion stop? Like, I want to play what she said. Let me see if I can find real quick what she said. I wish I'd have had it up.
Read one tweet from, I guess, this transgender woman. Raquel Willis. She said, sis, folks need to understand that trans folks are not side characters. Baby, we are main characters too. Your intense desire to be the default will be your downfall, whether you realize it or not. Boy, I tell you, the drama. Damn, it said trans girls are going to show Jess a new way to bleed.
What? They need to cut it. You need to cut it. You need to cut it. Okay, look, y'all, look. Let me set this disclaimer out now before I start actually going into my spiel. I am perfectly okay with anyone who is a transgender individual, whether you've transferred to a man, transferred to a woman, does not bother me. I am a part of the LGBT community, even though I'm only in it alphabet because I have to be. Clearly it's something they created, okay? But y'all can do what y'all want to do. But I'm going to tell you what my belief is. I stand with Jess Hilarious because I am a woman and a woman first. I have told this to people before. People have asked me, oh, do you want to be called bro? Or you think you're a gentleman? Or do you want to? I am not. I am not transgendered. I have never held that mentality. Okay, so I'm speaking from a woman's perspective at this point. Somebody who, I was a child and I didn't even want to be a girl because I had so many brothers. First of all, like when they play football, I want to play football. I want to hop fences. I want to do the boy stuff. Why do I got to be a girl? Okay? I was telling my mother how I wish I was a boy. And then she says, well, shit, if you was a boy, you'd be less expensive. That's exactly what she told me. And that was a reality check for me at that age. So I knew when I started growing titties, that was it. Ain't no running around the house with your shirt off. That's done. Okay? So for Jess Hilarious to come out, she's defending because she's like, okay, I'm tired. I am tired of, matter of fact, I'm going to try to get this up for y'all because I really want y'all to hear what Jess Hilarious said, and then we can try to like address this because I don't want to just be all over the place. I really want to address what was said and actually have some meaningful dialogue in regards to it. So,
when does the delusion stop? What is the difference between you and someone who has been diagnosed to be mentally insane? What's the only difference is you don't have a straitjacket on. Stop talking out your fucking ass. Wake up. How are you projecting your anger on real women Because we are the gatekeepers. We are the gatekeepers for periods. We the only one that fucking bleed, honey. We the only ones that can give birth. We make y'all people. We make y'all. Y'all come from us. You can't be us. You will never. You're chasing something you'll never, ever get. You'll never be that. Like, hello?
Hello. Now let's take a look at...
Yeah, so
my guess my question is what stirred her up to jump out there like that?
So she was responding to a TikToker. I don't know the TikToker's name, but the TikToker is clearly a transgender woman.
And
she
upset
came
her?
out. Yeah, it upset her because the TikToker said, "You don't that women have a nerve, basically that we don't own womanhood or periods." Mm-hmm. That's what the lady said. I mean, the transgender.
Oh,
that
really?
lady. Yeah, she said you don't own. I swear, I wish I had this. Y'all, I don't have it, but that's okay. We a podcast, so I don't really have to have it. But here's the thing: she's basically the what stirred this mess up is a transgender woman, meaning someone who does not have a vagina at all. You wasn't raised. You wasn't born with a vagina. You didn't have to go through puberty with the vagina. You literally taking tea and all that to try to get your estrogen, and then you're gonna sit there and say women are not gatekeepers of womanhood or menstrual cycles. That is the most ridiculous shit I done ever heard in my life. I am a realist, and this is what I'm speaking from. I am a loving person. I'm not against transgender. I'm going to say that again, because I know a lot of people like, oh, transphobic. You can't do them like that. He, she, whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm respectful of what people choose and want to be, because I want people to respect me for who I am. For me, wearing the clothes that I wear and all that. But I do very much so know I'm a woman. This is the reason why I don't strap my breasts down. But guess what? I got a period when I didn't want one. I don't want a cycle, okay? Most women at 60, they can't wait till they 60, 65 so they don't have a period no more.
Ain't lying.
And here you transgenders out here fighting for a period? You over here like, oh, y'all don't own that.
But because they getting it. They are getting it because, you know, the women that's having the hysterectomies and getting their stuff removed, or the women that's passing away, they're taking this stuff from them, putting it in them so they can have babies, so they can have.
Is that what they're doing?
Yes, that's what they're doing.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
So this is how they get in cycles?
Yeah.
What the hell? Oh, that is ungodly.
You ain't think they would do that? That's how they. Come on, that's how they getting it.
I didn't think they were putting
just
real
like getting a heart,
in them.
just like getting everything else. You can take that. Hey, let me get that.
Uterus lining and all that.
Yeah.
Nah, that's
how you think they're getting pregnant?
Nah, but who got pregnant yet? Who got pregnant? There was a transgender woman got pregnant?
Yeah.
It was a man. Now, I know trans men get pregnant because trans men were biological women. But here's my thing, y'all. I don't even want to stay too long. So trans women were biological women, meaning that, let's say I transition into a man. That would make me a trans man. I would never do that. I'm just saying. So I clearly can have babies, y'all. So if I can pop a baby out, and if I transition into a man, I also can still pop a baby out as a transgender male, and it will be perfectly acceptable because guess what? I still have all the equipments and the parts and all those things. Now, if you're starting out as a man, there is no possible way, unless Jay, clearly he told me something new. I didn't know that people was getting real uteruses inside them. But what I can say is I feel like you have to take rejection medication for that because, you know, when you get transplants and stuff, whether it be kidney transplants, intestinal transplants, you have to take medication. The rest of your life, rejection medication, your body could reject that body part, it ain't yours.
Right.
And I don't know if a man's hips is wide enough to have a cervix and a uterus and all that stuff and could hold a baby. Our measurements just don't go like that. They're working on. I know science can do whatever they want, y'all. I don't agree with. You could be transgender. You could be transgender. That is fine. Be a transgender, but do not claim women. Do not claim you can say, oh, I want to look because you have the image of a woman. You do. You have the image of a woman and you got the femininity. Mind you, bro, you know, men and women have both masculine and feminine energy in them. Mm-hmm. We encompass both. This is the reason why men can be gay and flamboyant because a lot of them, they're comfortable and rest in their feminine energy so long in their life. That's just who they are. Just like me. I use my feminine energy for what I use it for creativity, for my psychic, intuitive abilities, but also my masculine energy for moving and pursuing and things like that. It all has its purpose.
Yeah, it's right there. This lady right here.
Matt's
Uterus transplants.
He envisioned in helping women who were born without the organ or had to have hysterectomies. He wanted to give them a chance at birthing their own children, especially in countries like Sweden where the surrogacy is legal. So you think that's what the transgender?
I'm trying to tell you that's. Now I ain't saying all of them. A lot of them can't afford that.
Right.
I'm just saying the ones that probably could, that got money. Yeah. When they had them hysterectomies and they pulled the stuff out, or
and they may want to still have children.
Yeah, and if it's useful, they can pay for that surgery to use that and put in them to have period. Why you think this stuff is coming up?
I'm frustrated.
This ain't coming up for free. Somebody's having a period and somebody got mad.
Oh,
you get what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying?
Why would you even want a period, dog?
They want to be a full-fledged woman and want to be as such. Period. You can't call you transgender and have the whole joint and you not have no period, or you can't conceive a baby. You only 60% of a woman.
But that's the point. You're a man. You're a man.
They want to be women fully.
Yeah, no.
Period. That includes getting that uterus, eggs, all that stuff like that.
Okay. But let's address this part then. All right, fine. Y'all out here getting uterus.
It's right here, my man. Hooking them up.
And I see it clearly. Y'all out here getting uteruses now. For those of you who out here getting uterus, more power to you because the shit sucks. It sucks. Periods suck.
Uterine transplants. That's what it's called.
It sucks. It sucks. You don't want one. You don't want one. Y'all don't want one for real.
Look at that.
Why are you
How to birth a baby from a donated uterus.
So they basically getting donated uteruses.
Yep.
Stressed. Oh, I'm so stressed out behind it. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm getting sick. Okay.
Damn.
I'm stressed behind it. Okay. I mean, I don't have nothing to say about that. Y'all if you got the money to get a transplanted uterus, be on rejection medicine and hormones all your life, fine. But natural is what's key. And I'm gonna just use the method for if you get braces. A person who gets braces, you gotta end up putting a retainer in your mouth for the rest of your life. If not during the day, at least at night, in order for your teeth not to go back to the way it was. And I'm gonna leave that analogy to y'all. You know what you have to do to stay that way. Why would you want to put yourself under that kind of stress?
Yeah. So let's say here, worldwide, they only had 14 to 15 uterine transplants done. So only 15 people have got it done.
Oh, right. And I bet you they were probably all women. I doubt any of them were transgender. I doubt it. Because your body, your measurements have to be able to fit that. Mm-hmm. But I'm sure they will try. I'm not saying they won't try. It's got to be like celebrities. Yeah. Like maybe D Wade's daughter, Zaya, might try.
Yeah, I mean, because by then, they done studied.
Right.
And,
Right, and figured it out.
So
So maybe in the future, there'll be more. But women are the gatekeepers of periods and womanhood. That's the truth. Women are just like Tasha K, because I'm not going to take ownership of this, but I do agree with what Tasha K said. We are the breeders and the bleeders. Breeders, bleeders. You do not originally start out that way. So to sit there and think that women are supposed to just sit there docile and be like, oh, okay, we don't have to be women anymore. We'll just be cis. CIS, because that's what they calling us now, bro.
Yeah, CIS. Yeah.
You assist.
I was about to ask you what that was about because I saw it under Jess's name.
Right.
And they was
cisgendered.
Yeah,
hell no.
They were trying to house her.
Don't call me that. It ain't it's not right. We're women.
What the hell does cis mean?
Cis mean you've born a natural woman. That's all that mean. To claim they basically that's because they're transgendered women. You're a cis woman, just like you a cis man. To a trans man, you would be a cis male, and you're supposed to go around introducing yourself as a cis male? Absolutely not. I am not introducing myself as a cis woman. I'm never going to do that. You could kiss my in Vogue, because you're never going to get it. I'm never going to sit there and address myself as nothing more than the woman that I am. all that cis shit. Unless it's my bro saying cis, S-I-S.
Yeah.
C-I-S won't be nowhere.
That's the only one I know.
That's right. That's the only one. You feel me? I'm not doing
That's
it.
new to me. Only other cis I know is the cis that, bump cis.
The
with the
C-Y-S.
That's what it is? Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Don't let me get the spelling it because I'm hot.
Yeah, C-Y-S-T.
Yes, assist.
Yeah.
But no, cisgender, no, we don't change. Just like they changing the languages now, talk about chest feeders. So now, because it's offending transgender individuals that women can have breasts and can breastfeed, let's not speak on the breast. It's chest feed. It's chest feeding.
Because,
What? Bonus hoes. Where are we talking about bonus hoes? TS Madison sat there and went talking about something. Oh, sorry. She was being sarcastic. Oh, I wish I was a real woman. Yes, with a stinky vagina. So she was going up saying that our vaginas are funky and stinky, and his is not. First of all, I think assholes are way funkier than vaginas are. That's just my personal opinion. Shit comes out an asshole. I think that smells worse. Just saying. If a woman properly takes care of herself, yes, you may have to wash a little more often. Mm-hmm. But guess what? Vagina's good, and it can be very clean and all that. How you gonna want to be a woman but sit there and denounce and degrade and disrespect a body part of a woman? T.S. Madison, I wish I had that video too. I wish I had that video because she was really, I guess she was going on top. I don't know who she was responding to, but if you want to be a woman, it's not right for you to sit there and disrespect the body parts of a woman when you're trying to have all of that. Mm-hmm. That's what y'all think? That's what y'all think? I'm not against any transgender person. Just why must you be a woman? Because now it's looking like it's coming to the point where it's like, oh, let's just knock trans right on off of that. Mm-hmm. And then women are starting to really, truly look. Think about it. A lot of them feel like they don't even got to tell you if they trans or not, bro.
That's true.
A lot of them feel like they ain't got to tell you. They're like, oh, well, I mean, I got to say, if he want to holler at me, I ain't got to tell him I'm a man.
Or what about the bathrooms? You know what I mean?
And all the bathrooms now, they're changing all the bathrooms for them too.
To both,
or
to
gender,
either or.
All gender bathrooms.
I ain't ran into none of it yet, but
yeah,
I've seen bathrooms that was either or. You know what I mean? You could use, or it's just one. Man, this shit is wild.
It's wild because it's disrespectful. And I feel like in general to women, and you don't see, and mind you, you don't see trans men, meaning women who transition to men, trying to go around saying, oh yeah, well, my dick get harder than that dick. Because they know they don't have a dick. They know they don't got a dick.
Yeah.
So they don't even speak on it. They go about their merry way, they get their women, and they keep it pushing. Okay? That's it. But you trans women, you gotta go out there and speak on vaginas that you don't have, speak on stuff that's not, I don't get it. I don't understand it. And I felt very disrespected when T.S. Madison was speaking what she was saying. And I'm not even a feminine woman. I'm one who's ran from womanhood so bad in my life. You feel me? Like I'm running. I don't want none of it. I wish I didn't have a cycle and all that stuff. And I'm a woman. I gotta check that when I go to the doctor. I'm a woman. The problem is people don't know how to face the truth about themselves realistically. Now, what Jess Hilarious said about y'all having a mental illness, I don't know that. I don't know about that. I can't pretend to jump into the mind of a transgender woman and say, oh, they're crazy. I can't say that. Maybe it is true that you really, truly do feel and are a woman. Because when I was a kid and as I got older, I came to the reality that no, I feel like a guy, but I'm a girl. So how do I know if that's what a guy feels like if I've never been a guy before?
That's true.
That's real, right? Mm-hmm. Realism. Realistically. I know I can't compete where I do not compare. Stay in your lane. You cannot compete where you do not compare. I'm okay with the category of a stud, meaning that I am a masculine woman who loves women, and I am okay with that. There's nothing in me that cares or wants to be addressed as a man. I don't want to transition to a man. No, I don't want to take shots all the rest of my life so I can get a beard and look funny as hell. I'm already short.
Yeah.
Right on.
Oh, that'd be a blow.
Yeah, it would be a fucking blow, wouldn't it? I'm just saying. No, I'm not doing it. I have brothers and I know what men really are and what they look like, and I know I ain't one of them. Okay? But that's my realistic side. I'm not everybody. I'm just me. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like you should not go into spaces where people do not compete, where you cannot compare. You don't compare to a real woman, no matter what you do. I could sit here all day and be like, yeah, I'm gonna try to go attempt to be a real man. And I go do that, and then I get to that halting point where I find out I still can't do all that a real man can do. You gonna probably get 65, 70% of the way, but you're not finna get 100%. You're not gonna get the whole experience, no matter what you try to do. So you might as well try to cultivate that masculine energy that you have in the best way you know how, that feminine energy you have, and be comfortable in your own skin, how God created you, because natural is better. Not saying it's wrong to decide that that's how you want to live your life. Please, boo-boo, do that. I'm not against nobody who's transgender. I love everybody. I'm a humanist. And honestly, I feel like this shit is a straight up distraction, because they're creating a war between women and transgenders when there's more important business going on out here behind our backs, under our noses, that we just simply don't know about because we too busy focusing on foolishness. But what I will say is, I do feel this. I feel like for TS Madison, she really made transgender women look bad, terrible. And whoever that other woman was, talking about women ain't the gatekeepers of periods. Women don't even want periods. We don't want them. I don't know who told the lady, not lady, the person, okay, that we was gatekeeping, or that be getting on her for having a period. Nobody cares. Have your painful period. It hurts. It doesn't feel good. You cramp. You feel like shit for three whole days before you get back.
I tell you what, I'm glad I ain't got it.
I'm just saying.
I'll be damned.
It's no good. It's no good. It's the worst inconvenience of your life. Anytime an event come up, here go your pit flow, pop right on up on your ass. Event pop up, you like, oh, it's pool time. Oh, here go flow. Blah. Coming right on up. Now you short. You want to go on that hot date, all right? Got some mind. You know what I'm saying? You want to go on that hot date. Next thing you know, burn, flow, pop right on out.
Hey, let's go do something. I can't. I'm on my period.
There you go.
Time to go.
Yep.
Gotta go.
Yeah. You kicking them out.
See you tomorrow. See you when it's over with.
Kicking them out. Anyway, I didn't want to spend too much time on this, y'all, but it heated me up even thinking about this story, and I wish I had more to let y'all listen to so y'all could hear where I'm coming from. But please go into the story and find out. I stand with Jess because I stand with women. I am a woman first. I don't care how y'all think I look. Y'all look at me, oh, she masculine, she wear men's clothes. Oh, she probably got a strap on. I don't give a damn about all that. I don't care.
That's funny.
I don't care, okay? Lesbians like penetration too, okay? That's just the truth. So at the end of the day, all that don't matter. So if anybody come for me, it don't matter. I know the truth about my life and what it is. So I don't care. I'm just telling you, yet again, I have nothing against any transgender person, but for transgender women, meaning the ones who were men and transgender into women, and think that you're just going to become 100% women and that you could dog real women who are actually bleeding every month, going through the pain and the frustrations, going through labors and pushing out children and having babies. Because mind you, nobody in this world got here without coming out of a vagina. Not one person. I don't care what y'all say. I don't care. Y'all can take it all the way back to Jesus, and I'm going to tell you the same thing. Nobody got here without coming through a vajaj.
Yeah.
Not one person. And
yeah.
Vajaj is awesome. The real vajaj.
Yeah.
All right? So, God. I mean, with that being said.
That was deep.
That was deep. You got any final words, bro?
Hey, man, no.
Nope.
I'm done. I'm staying out of that one. Jay stays out of that one. This one, I'll see y'all in episode 32.
32 is coming. So if y'all stay with us thus far, please like, comment, and subscribe. All right? It's hot. It's Wednesday. And I'm ready to go, y'all. So I've been heated all day about this mess. Me and Jay just about to see y'all. I'm Meesh. To the left of me is my bro Jay.
That's right. Peace.
Peace.